And we are live. Good evening, everyone, and welcome back to Indian Racing League. I can hear an echo, but all the same, we are back with weekend racing action. This is round 4, or rather, round 5 of our 13 race season, and we are in the iconic Abu Dhabi Yas Marina circuit, which has decided a lot of championship. It is not going to decide a championship for IRL this weekend, but nevertheless, it should be an interesting race with some special conditions applied by our supreme leader. Joining me in the comms box is the man who decided to become a pilot, and a few months later we have one of the worst crises in aviation history. Srikanth in the comms box. Srikanth, for the people who are not aware, what is happening with Indigo?
Ni hao, Mao. That's a great introduction. So Indigo pulled what do we call it? Indigo pulled a Williams 2020. So yeah,
So
make it
they
over.
didn't have enough parts. Is that it? They didn't have enough pilots.
I better not speak. So yeah, my career depends on it. So yeah,
All right, we wouldn't want you to get fired before you get hired,
yeah.
but nevertheless, uh, plenty of action in the comments already. Srikanth, some love for you and a very familiar
Yeah,
face of Racing Gupta.
oh my
Racing
God,
Gupta,
optical
my
illusion
God,
in the
the
flesh.
man, the myth, the legend. How are you doing, Racing Gupta? It's been a while since we heard from you. It's been a while since we went racing, of course. So let
Not
us
long
know.
ago, but yeah.
Yeah, not long ago. It's been only a week, but it feels like longer. Uh, but so, shooter, to answer your question, actually, I won't answer your question. First, change your PSN back to shooter, and that's when we'll talk. Dark Knight is just not cool enough. Uh, but yes, Srikanth, I don't know if you've been following
Yes,
the racing this season so far. We have had four
I do.
rounds. What do
I
you
do.
think of the season? What are your thoughts of the four races that people have raced in until this point?
First thing, Basil is a sweat. Second, the field is pretty close this time because we have new guys and some old guys. Let's just like Shivatsa Gangster, the guys in Sauber, they are pretty challenging this season. They are fighting for the podiums. They are fighting with Noble and all. And Noble, VFix, the major talking point, who has shifted on a wheel, is already on the back foot, and he has scored his only points in the first race of the season. So yeah, it's a pretty downtime for him. Can relate, but yeah.
Yeah, he scored 6 points in his first race. Did we fix? So that's not a great showing for him so far. But yes, he has shifted to the wheel, so it will take him some time to get up to speed and then start scoring regular podiums and challenge for race wins like he has in the past. But of course, Basil winning two races back to back is currently P2 in the championship, Srikanth, with Abhishek leading the way with 64 points, Baz behind in 62, I believe. And then we have the usual championship threat or contender, Redstone Derp. Of course, he did not start a couple of races, but he is 40 points off the
I
championship
mean,
leader so far. But I'm sure he can make it up in a couple of laps. Can he
yeah,
not?
Redstone did it in season 10. So I trust in Redstone
Yeah. Is
to
he
break
racing
Basil dominance.
tonight? I
No, he's
He's
not
not
racing.
racing
Vishnu is
tonight either.
racing.
Yeah, Jishnu is racing. So, uh, I mean, is he just giving himself a challenge, Redstone, by not sitting out a few
I
races and then giving him that Max Verstappen-esque gap to then try to match?
I mean, I think he's doing that but he's also shifting. He's shifting to a new home. So yeah, that's why he's not racing. He didn't set up his wheel. So every new week he's racing on some other wheel. Once it's G29, next it's T300, anything. He's racing on anything. So currently we have Srivatsa going fastest 123 flat, and following him is my teammate Raman. I'm sorry, Raman. I didn't score any points till now, but yeah, still, it's all on you.
Yeah, and we have Chips who's saying that he wants to make a record of sorts, Redstone, by winning the championship with the fewest races driven in a season. That could very well be a record. Chips, of course, the usual commentator, is not around. Maybe he will be available next week in Miami. Currently spectating Shruish Gaff, which I think is I am Rahul, who is about to complete his lap in the Williams. But Srikanth, I don't know if he's coming back to the pits,
And he
so he's
boxes
not
it.
gonna finish that lap. What about Gangster? He's in the second sector
So we
now.
have another Williams, Abhishek, who is in and he is in Melbourne. Never mind. So it's the McLaren who will cross the line next,
Yes,
and it's Sid Venkatesh.
Abhishek is on an out lap right now, and maybe Srikanth, would you mind taking us through this lap when Abhishek
Yes,
starts his
please.
one?
Yep.
I'm not sure, but he probably was on pole last weekend, and he definitely is one to watch out for. Here we go, Srikanth.
So
All yours
yes.
for the full lap on board with Abhishek in the
So yes,
Mercedes.
currently Jishnu goes pole 122.8. Let's see what Abhishek can do to challenge him. Going into turn one, taking the curb, breaks early and takes the inside curb as well, which unsettles his car. And going towards turn three, four. This is pretty crucial because the arrow is inconsistent here and he can lose your rear end. And Abhishek takes it pretty nicely. Going towards the infamous turn five, let's see. He is using all of the load available and he locks up a bit. And he is riding the curbs on this track, which is I don't know. It's pretty damaging to your lap time, but let's see. And he's already on the edge of the track. Let's see. And there's a traffic alert. Is that a McLaren? Is that Jishnu trying to give him a tow? And going into the chicane, he breaks quite early, and that's a pretty nice chicane from him. And yes, I guess that is Jishnu who is, or Sid Venkatesh who is trying to give him a tow. And he is getting some kind of tow, and the McLaren moves ahead away and going into turn 11. Is that 11? I don't know, but he rides the curve and he takes a pretty early apex, which ruins a bit of time. But let's see. Going into the final sector, let's see how this goes. And he is pretty committed to this lap. This is his banker lap, by the way. And Latifi corner, and he is a bit hesitant on the throttle, but still he is pretty quick. Was he purple in any sector? I didn't look at it. But yeah, rounding up the final corner, he will use every bit of the track and he goes P3, 123.1. So yeah, Abhishek did leave some kind of margin in that lap.
Right. So
So
Abhishek's P3 with a 123 1 3 tenths off the pace, as there are two cars that avoid him. Is he going for another run? No, I don't think he
I
is.
don't
I
think
think
so. You don't know
Srikanth.
the tires.
Yeah, Srikanth. I think people can hear you in the lobby because you're on PC. Is there a
Ooh,
way you can turn it off?
let's see.
Yeah, maybe your game audio or something. I'm not sure. Uh, Basil is on an out lap, and he's about to start a lap. So let's see what he can do. He is another championship contender. Meanwhile, Sepoy has put a 123-1 as well. He's up into P3. Jishnu currently being the only driver who is
Might
in the
check.
122s.
Yes.
And I think Srikanth, you have fixed it because I don't see your
Yeah.
name popping up on the
Yeah.
bottom left. So I think that means that people can no longer hear you. So that should be fine. But for people who wanted to hear your melodious voice, I think they'll have to just watch the stream later on.
And
Basil,
he spins on his in lap. Yes, that's his in lap. And out of the chicane, he just spun and broke his wing. Casual Charles Leclerc stuff. So yeah,
yeah,
nice stuff from him.
currently spectating Basil, who is in that chicane that separates the two long straight runners. That's more curb than probably he expected or preferred into that corner, and now coming up to that corner where, of course, Verstappen solidified his championship way back in 2021. Shrikant, do you feel old yet? It's been 4 years.
I mean, you still exist, but what is Baz doing?
Yeah, I think
That was
that's.
just
Yeah.
that
Let's
was
see if
his
he's going
lap
to
over.
complete a
Or
lap, or is he? Yeah, he is going to complete the lap, but that was a very scruffy third sector, and across the line he goes, and wow,
and
he,
still P3.
yeah, that's a good lap time. And I think without those mistakes, it could very well have been provisional pole for Baz.
Yeah, but we also have Yash, who is on softs. Oh no, he's on mediums. Never mind. He's doing your casual thing, race runs, and he almost wins. Oh my,
Yeah.
sorry, Yash.
We have Abhishek as well in the Williams. This probably is his debut race in IRL. I could be mistaken, but VFix right now is in sector 2, is getting a good tow out of the Red Bull. Might have been Baz, but I don't know. It
That's
said purple sector 1 for VFix. Now I'll take that with a pinch of salt, considering the kind of pace he has had.
and
And he's
oh,
yeah,
yeah, yeah,
that's
Malav.
commentator's curse for VFX. Srivats is on a lap, and well, he has just started his lap, so we'll see what
So
the
is
first
our
sector looks
former
like.
and defending champion also started his lap. You can let us through this lap. He's rounding up the final corner and he has started his lap. Go
Who
on,
is the
Malo.
defending champion? It's Jishnu, who's just started his lap. So let's go on board with him. Almost 7 minutes to go for this lap, and Jishnu keeps it completely flat out. Is there a lift at all? No, there is not. And he is fiddling with his overtake and ERS mode as he breaks just out of the 50-meter mode. No lockups there. And now that wasn't the steadiest of the exits through that hairpin, but there is a distant tow for Jishnu from the car ahead. He, like others, he's not keeping to extreme left, right of the track rather, and that's the chicane he's hitting. Let's see how much curve he takes. That's nicely done and good on traction. Will should keep him grounded, and let's see the car. I think the car ahead of him, Srikanth, might be on a hot lap because he's not really catching up. Jishnu not using the full width of the track yet again, and on the throttle he is for now the technical section of the track. This is the hotel section where Max Verstappen did his shenanigans for the safety car restart in the championship decider, and through the double left-hander he goes, approaching the infamous Suraj corner flat out through that right-hander with one more corner to go for Jishnu. I've not really kept a tab on whether he was improving through this lap, but across the line he comes and he does improve by 2 tenths, and that's quite a gap, Srikanth. With a 122.6, he is 3 tenths clear of anyone else. Raman, by
Yeah.
the way, great lap from him in P3.
Yeah. And honorable mention, Raman is also pretty consistent this season. Like he's carrying Ashton solely to P2 or P3 after Vegas, I guess.
Yeah, and we have got a good lap coming from Abhishek as well. He was 3 tenths up in the second sector, so watch out for this lap from the Mercedes man from a championship contender. Across the line goes Abhishek, and it is provisional pole by close to 300ths of a second. Abhishek in 122.598. What a lap that is. And I think that has really put down a marker. I think Jishnu still might have some time in the tank. Is Raman on a lap? No, he is not. What about
So
Gangster?
we have
And
Noble back on a lap and he
Noble!
goes 122.4. Noble, usual quali merchant, is back at it and he has gone pole and he's.
Yes, it's almost like I forgot about Noble so far. Wonder where he was for the first few minutes of the session, but he has delivered when it counted.
And this is
Is
his banker lap.
Yeah,
That's the
but
thing.
do you think he has time to come back in the pits and go? I
Yeah,
think
yeah,
he
he does.
might just
He
have
does.
enough
He
time to
does.
do that, but he'll have to be quick about it. Is just on the lap? No, he is about to come in. Sepoy is,
Everyone is on their end lap. So,
yeah, they might be
yes.
just coming back in the
Who's
pits
Sepoy,
before
by
the.
the way?
Yeah, that's Vorsky. That's the Ferrari in
Oh,
P7.
oh,
I
I
think
see.
his name was Sepoy on the
Oh,
server. I think
yeah,
so.
he also improved a lot. I mean, he has got pretty good pace. I have raised him, and yeah, he has also
Uh,
improved from previous seasons.
I think there's a question maybe you can answer, Srikanth, in the chat. Is this game worth buying? Is the question by Racing Gupta.
Look at me. I'm in comms, not racing. So, what do you think?
Well, you do have the game. It's just that your
I
controller
do.
is broken.
Still, I won't race. I didn't score any points since the start of the season. So, Yeah, this game is pretty depressing for controller players. Wheel player, you may try it. It's a
Does
hit or
Gupta
miss
have a
for you.
wheel? He does, right?
Uh,
I don't know. Does he?
I don't think so. So we have the only car on track, which is the Ferrari of OST. Let's be on board with him and let's see how this goes. He's going towards the turn five. He has already depleted 50% of his ERS, so that's half of his deployment right there. And he locks up a bit and hits the apex pretty nicely. And that's a nice exit. Little wobble, but still activates the DRS and towards the infamous give me that place back chicane from Verstappen and Hamilton. So yeah, into the chicane, he brakes early and locks up a bit, and he avoids the second curve, and yeah, that's a pretty sturdy exit, and that's his quali done, I guess, because I don't think he will have another lap with 2 minutes remaining. So yeah, he backs off. I guess he will recharge and go for another run if he has any kind of tire left. So yeah, we have drivers coming out on outlaps, Jishnu, Shivatsa, Basil. So let's see.
King Srivats is on the back straight and he is going to go past one of the Williams. Was that who was
That
that? I'm
was
not sure.
Abhishek. That was Abhishek.
That
That
was
was Abhishek.
Abhishek, right? Someone is asking about Rohan, so I'm sure you can see now Rohan is in P11.
And he has
Uh,
just started his lap.
and
And
Rohan
he
is
has
second.
invalidated.
Oh, that
Yeah.
is well.
That
He still has
is.
time to go for another run.
But
Just
does he
about
have the
enough time.
fuel?
But yeah, he might not have the fuel or the tires to make an
And who's
impression.
the Williams behind him?
That's
That's
his.
Abhishek only.
Yeah. Well, Srikanth, we have
Yeah.
your fans back again in the chat.
Oh
If you
my
can read
god.
the comments.
No, I will not. I prefer not to.
This is hilarious. Srivats, by the way, starting his lap and beautiful sunset dawning on Abu Dhabi. And here we go. This is crunch time now. For people in the comments and Srikanth for you as well, predictions for pole, the time, and who do you think
Uh,
is going to get pole?
Time will be 122 2, and I think Noble will take it. He's the quali merchant of this league right now. So yeah.
So you
Noble
think
followed by
no?
Jishnu and Abhishek.
So you're expecting an improvement by 2 tenths by
Yes,
Noble,
sir.
and you're expecting Jishnu to get ahead of Abhishek. Is just where is Noble? Noble is
Jishnu has improved by half a tenth, so let's see how this goes. He's into the chicane and he is a bit hesitant on the throttle and he's going towards the no Mikey, no back straight. So let's see how this goes
well,
into the
Abhishek.
hairpin.
It seems. Oh, Abhishek has just started a lap. What about
Abhishek
Srivats?
just started.
So the checkered flag
Shivats
has
is
fallen, and
Shivats will be the first one to cross the line. So let's be on board with him and let's see how this goes into the out of the Latifi corner and he takes it pretty nicely using every bit of the track. The final two corners and rounding up the final corner takes a bit of the curve and let's see. And is he stays P4. Improves on his time but not the position. And then we have the McLaren of Jishnu, and he improves to P2 with 122.5. And let's see where's Abhishek's and Noble Gata. Abhishek's, who is on the back straight, he is not improving. He is down by 500s. Noble Gata, he is also not improving. He's also down by a tenth. So let's see. I guess this is quali done, or we have a surprise in form of anybody.
what about
And we
Baz?
have
Baz is
Raman.
yeah,
Baz
Oh,
as,
Baz has just completed his lap. Raman,
yeah.
well, he's yet to come.
And
What
Abhishek
about?
spun. What the?
Oh, what about
Abhishek,
Raman?
Abhishek.
Can he take a position or two? I think he can outqualify Baz here, and maybe Srivat. Let's see how his final sector goes. That wasn't very steady through the right hander. That usually is not a corner where you lose traction or the car of Raman.
Oh, what?
I
What?
think that was out of frustration, was it?
I don't know. He's on full TC. It's pretty hard to lose
I
a
meant
car
out of
like that.
frustration. So I don't think he lost the car by mistake. I
Oh.
mean, that
I
was
mean, no one is on a lap, so yeah.
yeah. So Yeah, there you have it. You did get it right, Srikanth. Not a 120 to 2, but you got the order right. Jishnu does get P2 after all, so it's he's going to join Noble Gata on the front row, and then our championship leader Abhishek is in P3, followed by Srivats and Baz, and then we have Raman, Gosalia, Sepoy, Gangster, and I am Rahul with the
Yeah.
top 10. Any surprises here, Srikanth, when you look at those qualifying positions and the grid order?
I mean, I expected Gangster to be in top five, so yeah,
Yeah,
that
and
was a
Smith also
letdown
not
from Gangster.
not setting a time. I'm not sure if he was occupied with something else or usually
I
he
mean, he was
does.
out on he was out on track for his last run, but he went to the pits. I guess he invalidated the last run. Oh, by the way, Malav, reminder: we don't have a formation lap, and the race is a
Oh
wet
yes,
start. So, hello.
yes, I can hear you, and yes, there's
Yes,
no formation lab,
and it's full. It's
and it is full wets. Well, this is Gupta is asking who set up the lobby without the formation lab. Gupta, it's the same guy who hit you in Paul Ricard. It is on purpose. By the way, I mean we fixed set up the lobby, but he was asked to remove the formation lab. Uh, so this is going to be fun. We have someone asking where is Rad Batten.
it's Red
Probably
Baron, Red Baron,
Red
Red Baron.
Baron. Probably was he
He's
P10?
not racing. He's not racing, I guess.
Oh, it's Rohan Vadva who's P10. So I'm so sorry. Yeah, so
Yeah,
Red Baron is not racing, or if he is, maybe it's
and
an
it's
illusion which we
race start.
have. It's his race start. This is going to be chaotic. On the full wet tires, it's lights out. We're underway, and I have no idea how to take this through. I think
And we
Jishnu.
have a chaos already. We have wings flying
Wait,
in
why are
the
people
midfield.
ghosting through each other?
Is
Is
the ghosting
collisions
on
off?
first lap? Let me
So
check.
yeah, it could be first lap. We have Abhishek who has taken P2. Jishnu has lost a lot of positions, and wow, there's a yellow flag for some reason, and I don't see a safety car.
No, ghosting is not.
What are these conditions, Srikanth?
I mean,
This
it's
is
full
so
wets. You can't
weird.
even see the track. Like it's afternoon. It's just shining on your face. No reference points. Just if you are on racing line. Unlike some guys who are not using racing lines, so it would be pretty tough for them. But it's shining. Like
Yeah, I don't
the
understand the
track is not
shine.
visible.
Yeah. Uh, it is still yellow flags, but I think that's just a glitch, and they are racing. I well, shooter
I
says
doubt it's
VSC,
a
but I don't think
it's
it's
a
a VSC.
VSC.
Is it
It's
a
a VSC
VSC?
because yeah, no one is going. I mean, only Noble and I don't think so. Yeah, they are racing. They are going flat out on the straight.
Yeah, and you have Basil and Jishnu on the intermediates. I didn't expect that. So let's see
That's
if they are going to struggle in the first few laps. It is completely, I mean, it is full wet conditions without a doubt. So theoretically, right now, the full wet tires would be the faster tire. But let's see, it depends on how fast it dries up. I am sure. So while we fixed it 75% race is the wet race, but I doubt it. I don't think it
I
is.
mean, it's this game is pretty. You can't predict anything.
We have the first pit stop already in the form of I am Rahul. Now
I
let's
guess
see.
he's having a wing change
Is it a
because
wing
first
change
lap
or is
the
it a tire change?
and
Gangster in
gangster
the pits
gets
as
a
well.
penalty.
Yeah, it is a wing change for
Uh,
him.
yeah,
And what about Gangster? We'll come back to that as Rohan Vadwa is going side by side with Raman, and Rohan Vadwa still not able to get past the Aston Martin now on board with the Haas, and I think in fact it is Abhishek on the back of him. So there's a gap behind Abhishek. Rather, there's a gap
Yeah.
behind Sonic Hawk,
Woski.
and Sonic Hawk goes round the outside of the Williams. What a move this is going to be! And he does make
That's
a stick. There is
Sepoy.
some contact,
That's Sepoy.
and yeah, that's
Malav.
the point. My bad, my bad. That's the
And the
point.
horse makes a contact in the wall, and as he was following Raman, he just tapped the wall. Did he get some damage or something?
Uh,
Right.
if there is damage, it's not apparent on the wing at least. But up front, it seems like Abhishek and Noble Garter are kind of streaking away.
Yeah, they are mining. They are maintaining the gap. They have settled in the rhythm. But the Inter runners are also close with Srivatsa, Basil and Jishnu. If they stick with the leading pack, they can make this strategy work. But it's a long go, if you ask me.
Abhishek gets the fastest lap of the race. The 142.2. We are a full 20 seconds off the qualifying pace that we had, and that's expected, of course,
Yep.
on in race with heavier fuel and especially these wet conditions. There's a battle going with Woski. Is going to make another move, and he has made the move
Yeah.
stick on Rohan Vadwa. So that's a good start from Woski, and Rohan
And Rohan
Vadwa
Vadwa going
all
wide,
out of
and Abhishek
sorts.
has to. Yeah,
Yeah.
he needs to back up. So, mind you, Raman is also running full TC, which is pretty difficult in full wets condition because you won't get any revs and it will all cancel out. So, or did he switch to medium TC? Well, let's see.
Well, there was a
What do you
time,
think?
Srikanth, where
Yeah,
medium TC, or rather, at least for me, TC off. When I went TC off, I was just so much quicker in the rain than
I
relatively
mean,
than when I was in the dry. So I don't know if that
TC off
was,
is a cheat code.
but I don't know if that's still the case on this. This was probably F1 2020 or F1 21 when
I
I
mean,
noticed this.
that's a long time ago.
Yeah, that's a long time ago. Currently spectating URL Basel, and it seems like he might have more pace than Srivas on the full wets, but of
I
course,
mean,
no
the track
DRS.
is drying up. We can see a racing line being formed on the track compared to earlier, which was like only shining and nothing on the track. So let's see. Srivatsa is pretty, squarely into sector 3. I guess he opted for low wings or a dry setup for his
Here goes
quali. And
Sepoy.
Abhishek's
One more
and
move from Sepoy, and he has made it strict. He's on an overtaking spree here. I'm sorry to cut you off, Srikant, but he is up into P6, and now 7 seconds separate him and Jishnu. Let's see if he can close this gap in the next few laps. Basil very close now. He's in an overtaking position over here. Let's see if he goes for a move. He is going to go down the inside. This is the Max Verstappen corner, and I think they're
is he
going
in
to
the
go
Max
side by
Verstappen
side.
car?
And he is in the Max Verstappen car as well. Baz is in the
Yeah.
slipstream of Srivats, and let's see if Baz can make
I
this
think
overtake work.
Baz will take his time to overtake because the track is still favoring the wet tires and Srivatsa is struggling. And you
Beautiful.
don't,
That is one of the loveliest switchbacks I've
yeah.
seen. And Baz will have to then use his battery to get past the kicksover as they're going side by side. Baz cuts him off.
Ooh.
That was a bit risky, but he's up into P3 and 3 seconds adrift. His championship leader or championship
So
rival,
right
Abhishek's.
now, Abhishek's is on the gearbox of Noble Carter. Noble Carter is struggling. He is visibly struggling. His car is wobbling around in sector 3. Meanwhile, Abhishek's car is planted, and as soon as I said that, he had a wobble, so he lost time. So yeah, still let's see if Baz can close up, and he did close up a tenth, a 2/10 last sector. So let's see. So Malav and Basil sets the fastest lap, 141.7. So Malav, do you think these guys will go for one stopper from wets to slicks or inters to slicks, or these guys will switch to another
It is
set of
possible,
wet
but
tires?
I see the full wet runners in the pits, so expecting a lot of them to go onto the inters already, and that is where the likes of Baz and Jishnu will now gain ascendancy. But to answer your question, Srikant, I don't know how many laps a medium tire can do. So would it be better to go medium, or would it be better to go for one set of hards and take it to the end? That's a
Hearts are
question.
on this game. On this game, hearts are pretty hard to light up. And as I was saying about light up, Abhishek's in the chicane, caught up to Noble Gata by 3 tenths, and he's on his back, and he is using his battery. Let's see, into the hairpin, down the inside. No, he will back off. He is taking his time because he knows his championship rival is behind, and
Who
one
has
mistake
caught
and
up,
he
by the way?
loses
It
it
seems
all.
like Noble is holding this pair up because Basil has caught up by one full second in the last one and a half laps. It
Yeah,
was more than
that's
3 seconds the last time we checked after Baz made the overtook on Srivats, and now Baz is barely 2 seconds behind, less than 2 seconds behind Abhishek's now. So Baz is quickly catching up, and of course he's on the better tire. Noble pits.
Noble is pitting for the intermediate tire. These guys are waiting on for the tire offset, and Basil sets the 139.8 fastest lap of this race. Let's see how this
Srivats
goes.
continues on, and so does Abhishek's. Think Abhishek might have just given the position to Noble because Noble has pitted. I don't think Abhishek is going to come out in ahead of Noble when he decides to make
No,
his
no,
pit
no.
stop.
No, he won't because the track is favoring the Inters right now, and Baz sets another purple sector one. And let's see, Noble will come out P6, clear of any traffic. He is free to push. Let's see. But
And
Inters will also die pretty quickly, so it will be a thing to look for
so
Basil and Jishnu.
especially if Inters are dying pretty quickly, Noble might have put himself in a good position here. Of course, he is quite some way off. So if we have a look at the gap to leader, Noble is 18 seconds off Abhishek's and more or less 18 seconds off Baz. So
Yeah.
Baz can pit right now. Of course, he will come behind Noble. But here goes Baz down the inside, which will turn to the outside of the next corner. Baz just has so much superior grip. They're going side by side to the next triple right hander. Baz has to let that go because you can't really go side by side in these conditions. You will lose your car, especially if you're not on the racing line, which is drying up as we speak. Abhishek would be racing into the pits by the time they reach
Yeah.
the next set of corners, and Baz will have to be patient with his. Abhishek stays out.
Stays out. He is costing himself his time, and he needs to stick to this tire till the very end of the wet stint because and still with traffic and all that, Basil starts another fastest lap, a few thousand shy of his previous one, but still a fastest lap. So it shows how much the track has improved and how much Baz is harassing that rear end of that Mercedes, and Abhishek almost loses his car. Round the outside, Baz goes into turn 5 and he takes the lead, and he still overshoots his braking point, but he covers off Abhishek, who has no grip. And we have Jishnu. Jishnu is also looking forward to make an overtake on Srivatsa. So let's see. It should be move done for Jishnu if he uses his battery, but yeah, looking at his steering wheel, I don't think that's the case right
Oh,
there.
just no, don't crash into him. It's very, very close. So is Abhishek and Jishnu just getting superior traction, but probably now this is going to be a race unto the next corner. Let's see who decides to brake later. Can Jishnu hold it round the outside? Yes, he can. What an overtake from Jishnu. It's still not done just yet, but yes, Jishnu does get a position after all. Baz is streaking away, and Abhishek, do you think now is the time for Abhishek to pit, or do you think he'll brave it out until the dry period?
He needs to brave it out because if he pits in, he will lose position to Noble Gata, which he already did. But let's see. Yeah, Abhishek is sticking out till the slick
And
tires.
speaking of Noble Gata, he has caught Sepoy at the worst possible time in the third sector.
Yeah.
This gives me a nostalgia, Srikanth. A car going very slow in the third sector and another car trying to overtake. Of course, a Red Bull is involved, and
And
Sepoy
Lewis
stays out.
Hamilton's car is involved as well. So yeah.
Yeah, no, the roles are kind of reversed, but Yes. So unfortunately for
So we
Noble
have
Batters, Sepoy
Abhishek and
stayed out.
Raman going side by side into sector 3. Oh, this is not a place to go side by side into the Latifi corner. Raman loses out and they make a contact and Raman loses out. Two positions, maybe three. Going down the inside, Smith Shah. Smith Shah will back out Raman. Oh my god, these guys are going side by side into sector 3. Pretty brave of them. And these guys are on new inters. These guys should work together to take off the guys from ahead. So I don't think Raman is, and Raman almost loses his car. He is not happy with that car. And I am Rahul. In all of that, is setting fastest sectors. Oh, never mind. He is P last, but yeah, still he's lighting up the
So
timing
Noble
charts.
in all that, even with fresh intermediate tires, he has not really closed up the gap. I think that battle with Sepoy really lost him a lot of time. He's back to
Yeah,
being
we
18 seconds behind Baz, and that's not what he would have expected with the tire life that he had at his disposal.
and now Noble needs to nurse his tires because if he needs to, with this strategy, he needs to like go towards the what we call it slick tires. And meanwhile, Baz is pumping in fastest laps after fastest lap. Noble Gata is tiptoeing his way towards the final sector. And let's see. So we have what one, two, three, five cars out on wets, and the intervals are pretty weird right now. So let's see
Yeah,
how this
so let's keep an eye
goes.
out on the gap Noble has to Srivats. Right, Noble is 7.2 seconds right now. The start of lap 9, and well, I say that it's immediately 6.7, 6.5. So
Yeah,
he's catching at a rate of knots. Noble, the rain is still falling, so it is going to be intermediates for a while here, and those wet tire runners are really going to struggle, and maybe even the drivers who started on the inters, the likes of Jishnu and Baz, Sid Venkatesh, VFX, also might struggle. Noble has caught up by 1 second in one sector.
I don't know if this game is that realistic, but if these tires wear out, won't they become like slicks? And the track is also drying out, just like Turkey 2021.
I mean,
Uh,
in practice, yes, but in theory, I'm not sure the game works more on theory than in practice. Uh, Smith has just, I think, overtaken his teammate Sonic Hawk. That wouldn't have been much of a fight. Gosalia, I think Gosalia's pace has been quite impressive, I must say. But he's still battling it out on those wet weather tires. Of course, Sid Venkatesh ahead of him is 15 seconds adrift. And Noble, by the way, we said at the
yeah,
start of lap
lap 9.
9, was it? I think now he's going to start lap 10. He has
And we are
caught up
Shivats
by
in the
4.
pits.
Yeah, he's caught up by 4 seconds, by the way, Noble.
And Noble sets the first lap. So
Yeah.
yeah, Noble is going all out. He has the tires. He has the pace. So let's see. And he is in the number 3 Red Bull, Daniel Ricciardo. Let's see if he has the Daniel Ricciardo pace from Abu Dhabi.
Let's see in the next few laps. It's still raining, by the way. It has still not stopped raining. So, any idea how long do the mediums last on this track, Srikanth?
Mediums last around 8 or 9 laps. Around 8 or 9 laps. Yeah.
8 or 9 laps. So as we stand, if it dries out around lap 13, 14, maybe it is not going to be easy until the end of the race. So maybe mediums as Abhishek and Deadly Mosquito go side by side. And Abhishek, that's a bold move. And Smith is arriving fast on the screen. Is he going to go down the inside of Deadly Mosquito?
And
Yes,
he
he is. Deadly
does.
Mosquito gives him a wide berth. It's almost as if he didn't want to defend that one. And Smith
And
is,
Mosquito is missing an end plate. So yeah, he
so
will
maybe
not
that's why.
fight these guys. Yeah.
Behind, I think Phantom is about to make an overtake. So many cars in one part of the track.
Oh my god. Ramen is holding the bunch up. Ramen is holding the bottom 5 up. Yeah.
Yeah, something that
It's
you
pretty
would,
pain.
yeah, you would
I
enjoy
mean,
saying,
it's
I
pretty
thought.
painful.
Uh,
No, it's painful. He is my teammate now.
oh, yeah, you are
So yeah,
teammates, rivals, trying
Noble.
teammates.
Yeah. So now Noble is not catching up to Abhishek by the rate he was catching up to Srivatsa. So let's see. Abhishek is sticking to wets to slicks. So yeah, it's confirmed right now. Unless there's a safety car.
And here we go. The battle of the best friends. VFX has caught up to Yash Gosalia. And
And
Gosalia!
well,
Wow. That was.
Malav, that was a battle. That was a battle. Oh, Yash is struggling way too much. He is struggling on those tires, and he loses a position to Sepoy.
Yeah, I think Sepoy managed to hit him from behind. And now Sepoy is on the back of VFX. Is this. VFX has taken a defensive line into that hairpin. By the way,
Yeah, because
Noble
VFX is
has.
on older tires.
Yeah, by the way, Noble has caught up to Abhishek by 1 second since we last spoke on the subject. So
Yeah,
Noble still catching up pretty quickly, and because it is
and
still
the
raining.
bottom five. What is happening in the last few cars? Look at this. The back straight. These guys are just going at it. The Aston, the Mercedes, and another Aston. Look at this battle. This is the battle for nothing, but still, these guys are giving it all, and they
Why are
are fighting
collisions
for it.
off? Why? I mean, the collisions are not
Collisions?
off, but I see
No, no.
cars ghosting through each other. That shouldn't be
Oh, that's
possible.
it's a F125. Don't bother, please. If we had chips in the comms box, he would say few nice things about about this.
Yes.
So yeah.
In his usual sarcastic tone, there's an Aston Martin losing traction coming out of their fast right-hander. And now there's a Ferrari trying to go round the outside, but that is
Oh, that
never gonna
Sauber
work.
going down the inside.
Wow, that was Nishan. I just realized it was
Yeah,
Nishan. Noble, by the way, has caught up by another 2 3 seconds. So now he can see
yeah.
Abhishek's
Noble
well in
is
front of
catching.
him. But how much can Abhishek hang on, and what is the kind of time he will continue to bleed? Noble now, his gap to Baz is still
It's
18 seconds.
18 seconds. It's still
Baz
18
is
seconds
just
because
that is just very impressive pace from Baz to.
that's a pretty impressive strategy from Baz. The way he started on Inters, and we had someone in the chat saying that Inters are the better tires than wets. I guess it was Suraj. Yeah. So looking at that and Baz starting on the Inters and sticking to it, and he sets another faster lap. This guy.
Wow. Are we going to witness a season where Baz wins 3 out of the first 5 races?
And Abhishek dives into the pits, and let's see. He will go on the Inters, obviously, but where will he come out? Will and Shivats is rounding up the final two corners. Let's see if Abhishek can overtake Shivats or and Shivats loses his car. Well, sorry, Shivats, but yeah,
I think Abhishek might come out just ahead of the Sauber. Let's see. Oh no, Srivats seems to be well in control of that. So Srivats will keep or will be promoted to P4. Where Abhishek, after all that, is in P5 and has a good clear track ahead of him once he clears Srivats. If he clears Srivats, but yeah, he has definitely lost so much time. The time he has lost to Noble Garter is just abysmal at this rate. So Noble now the gap to
that is
Jishnu is less than 8 seconds, and let's see if he can catch up to Jishnu. He seems to be catching up to everyone except Baz here.
yeah he is because Baz is just pumping in fastest laps out of after fastest lap, and I think Baz will go on another set of winters because, as I said, mediums will last for 8 to 9 laps, and the rain is for what 75% of the race. So yeah,
Apparently, we are almost halfway through. By the way, spectating Smith Shah here, and he is going to go for a move down the inside of Gosalia. And Smith does make that move straight. Gosalia tries to do a switch back, but that has failed, and there is contact with him. And I hope Abhishek does not have damage. Where he definitely has lost a position, and now is he going to witness a battle between Sonic Hawk and Gosalia? No, but Sonic.
I know he loses his
Uh,
end play. Yeah,
yeah,
Abhishek couldn't anticipate it, but yeah,
yeah, I think he
hard luck
just
for him.
missed his breaking point there. Is Sonic Hawk going to go for a move? I think he
And we
decides
have
not to.
position
We
changes
have a
again,
safety
and it's a
car.
safety car. And it's a safety car.
That is just
Abhishek is
perfect for
thanking
the
his
like of
stars.
Baz.
Yeah, this is perfect for Baz, this is perfect for Abhishek, and this is perfect for the remaining wet tire runners.
Even
Yashko
Noble as
Sale
well.
and getting the
Noble has
sticker,
a
but
free pit stop. I'm sure Baz has as well. This is
every
this, and
oh
you feel
no,
so
oh
bad
yes,
for
yes,
Abhishek
everyone.
because he pitted and
I
then
mean,
one lap later it's a safety car.
Abhishek's with another strategy mishap. He's down in P5 now. He needs to overtake. Abhishek won't pit again, so he will overtake Shivatsa obviously. So he will be P4 and he
I
will be
mean,
challenging
provided
Noble
Srivats pits,
Gata.
I don't think Srivats needs to pit. He's just 4 lap old tires. He might just stay out.
The Inter's offset is pretty, bad. So let's see if the Baz and Jishnu will pit. That's confirmed. But let's see what will Shivatsa. What is Baz doing? Yes, Baz is in the pits. Jishnu is slowing down to match his Delta, and
There are people who've
Baz in the
gone on the
pits.
hards.
Oh my god! The track is drying up. There is a not dry line, but yeah, you can see the racing line. Baz with that Ferrari helmet in the Red Bull. Is that the number 95 Red
I
Bull?
would
What is
love,
Baz
I
doing?
would absolutely love if one of the top five goes on a dry tire. That would be fun to watch.
Jishnu pits. Jishnu goes on a hearts.
Jishnu on the
Noble Gata
hards.
pits. Noble
What about
Gata pits.
Srivats?
And Noble Gata is on the hard tire. Shrivatsa.
Has
Did Baz
throw
lose
away. Yeah.
Yeah. He's wearing a Ferrari helmet in Red Bull. There
Yeah. So
should be some kind of
in his mind,
strategies.
he's still a Ferrari driver.
What's the number of that Red Bull? I need to see. Is that 95 or what? So we have Shivatsa in the pits. Shivatsa will go for Inters.
Intermediates.
Another set of intermediates. Abhishek's on the Inters. So Jishnu and Noble are the only two
And
guys who
Smith
are
stays
on
out.
hearts.
9 lap old
Smith stays out.
intermediates. He stays
Both of
out.
the RBs stays out, and both are number
Sonikov
two
stays out
RBs.
as well, and Sepoy stays out on his intermediates.
Sepoy just pitted.
Oh yeah, he
Everyone
just put.
from
Yeah.
Sepoy to P19 pitted. So yeah, we have
Gangster stays
gamblers.
out on 12 lap old intermediates. Phantom gets a drive through. So does Nishan, by the way.
What?
Uh,
Wow.
well, it's. I don't know how Phantom got a drive through this close to being. Being in the
Phantom
pits.
on the mediums. So we have guys switching to slick tires, and he teleported for me. But okay.
Yeah, same. So okay, so Baz on the on the intermediates, and he must be.
And
Yeah, I mean it's always difficult. You're the first person to pit, so the choice is all the more difficult for you. You don't know how people behind you are going to react, or what are they going to decide in terms of their tire strategy. But it
look
is
at
still
the field.
it's still raining, so I mean he would just do his rain dance in the helmet, in the cockpit, and he would want this rain to continue because if it continues like this,
But
he is going
we
to pull up a
know
gap.
Malavit. Yeah. But look at Jishnu and Noble. Noble in the pits again. What is he doing? On to another set of inters. What just happened?
Come on, Noble.
And Noble is stuck in
uh,
his pit box. What?
I thought he would teleport after a while. Yeah, he has teleported. So he's
Yeah.
going to lose the position to Srivats. He will come out ahead of Abhishek. So he's lost one position in all that. So in the top 10, there's only two people on the hards, and that is Jishnu
And
and Sid Venkatesh. Sid Venkatesh, did he lose a position on track?
yeah, there was a position change. Yeah,
Yeah, and
between
I think
Sid and
now they
Gangster.
have reversed it. So
And we have Sepoy in the pits. Sepoy is going for the medium tires. And Jishnu gets a 10-second penalty. What is he doing? Oh my god, this guy. I got more things to troll him on.
yeah, I think over to Baz and kept the position because the game does
No,
give you some time to return the position.
who's that? Is that Rahul? Oh my god, we have lab cars in between.
Yeah,
What we call
lap
it?
cars in Abu Dhabi. Wow. Name a better love story. I will wait.
Yeah, and it's between. What is Mosquito doing? He almost lost his car.
It is still raining, by the
This
way, so Jishnu's strategy seems like this, even without the 10-second penalty, might not be the one to be on.
no, but look at the queue. Look at the queue. Like I am Rahul is just ahead of safety car. He will take time to catch up to the safety car, and they are just skipping the rain period in the racing laps. So we have another Mercedes. What is he doing? Who's that? Is that Mosquito?
That was Mosquito. Or maybe it was
That's
Rohan Vajwa, I'm not sure.
yeah. So they are not under racing laps in raining conditions. So the guys on slicks, Jishnu still might be on the
Wait,
better strategy
if he
because
had a 10-second penalty, why did he not serve it under the safety car?
I
And
mean he can, but
also put on a set of intermediates, because it seems like intermediates is the tire to be on.
fair enough. But I think Jishnu will go the Max Verstappen way
And
and stay out and
he would
don't.
have still come out in P7 even after serving that time penalty, because the gap from Sepoy to Sonic Hawk is just huge.
Yeah. So we have Chips in the chat saying hello, hello Chips, where are you while not doing comms? Please do comms. So we have what we call it. Yeah, they are eating away the laps under safety car and they are not racing. So it's pretty beneficiary for Jishnu, Sepoy, and Sidvi if you look at it that way. And the rain was what 75% of the race or 70%.
Yep, 75% safety car in this
And we
lap.
have safety car in this lap. And the field is Rahul is what? The track went green.
Yeah, that happens when the safety car is coming in at the end of that lap. Of course, that the
So
track is
yes,
not green right now, and you can't go racing right now. But look at the gap which Sepoy has, 40
41
seconds.
seconds, 40
It is
seconds.
unbelievable. What I mean, you know, race control will screw up in Abu Dhabi, and they
all
have,
all hail Cody's. All hail
yeah.
Cody's.
But any does not mean all. Either ways, it is going to be green flag conditions very soon, and Baz, because Jishnu is on the hards, it is advantage Baz yet again. Let's see when he decides to bolt Baz. He's still not decided to go, but I think he might at the exit of the first corner, and he has gone Baz, and Jishnu is about to lose the position straight away
He can't
to
do anything. He
Srivats.
can't do anything. But there are lab cars who are messing up with
And these
this.
lap cars are
So we
faster
have
than Jishnu.
yeah, and these cars are faster than Jishnu. And now Srivats down the inside Jishnu with Jishnu. They make contact. Oh my god, Srivats and Jishnu. Calm down, man. So Baz has already pulled a gap of 4 seconds. 4 seconds. The offset didn't match Jishnu's expectations, and he has lost what 3 positions, and loses another to Smith, loses another to the Racing Bull of Sonic Hawk, and he's the last guy on hearts. But yes, he is banking for more
Oh, there's a
safety cars
car
and
which
driver.
is. What is Deadly Mosquito doing?
What?
What is
Where?
Deadly Mosquito
Oh my God! Valtteri Bottas.
doing? This is lawn mowing at this point. Uh, so, just in P7 is exactly where I said he would come out if he would have put under safety car for a fresh set of tires and served his time penalty.
10 seconds. Yeah. So we have VFX overtaking Worski. Let's see how much VFX gains on. And Noble gets a 3 second. What are these guys doing? They are handing Basil a win.
They are 4 seconds
uh,
is the gap Baz has to the rest of the field, and if there are no more safety cars, it is going to be very difficult for anyone to topple Baz off his top step right now. Unless Baz makes a mistake, it is going to be very difficult for anyone to catch up, especially because
I
Noble now
mean,
has a time
one
penalty.
one thing he is in a Red Bull, so pretty nice. But it's URL Basil, so Pretty contradictory for me. And and Basil almost loses his car. What was that, a glitch, or and he gained 2 tenths on that sector.
I was
So
not spectating him. Here goes Abhishek on the
and Rohan
back.
Wadwa retired
Yeah, and
in the
Abhishek,
pits. In the
it's an
pits.
easy move on Noble Carter. I think Noble Carter did not really fight it too
Noble
much.
has left a session. Oh my god. Well, I will send him an invite.
Yeah, his car seems to be ghosted Noble.
Yeah, he left the session.
Abhishek, after overtaking
And we
Noble,
have
straight.
multiple time penalty.
Yeah, Abhishek, after overtaking Noble, straight on the back of Srivats. So, Noble Carter
He's
has
very
joined back.
confident, Abhishek. And the rain has stopped. So we might see a dry track soon. And keep an eye on Jishnu, how much time he loses to VFX and Sonic Hawk. So let's see. And currently the battle is between Abhishek and Srivatsa. And there's a dry line forming. There's a dry line
There
forming.
is, I
And
think,
the track is dry.
we are on lap 19. I think latest by lap 21. Expect people to pit. Smith, what a beautiful drive it is from him. 14 lap old mediums, sorry, intermediates.
Enters.
Does he pit now? I think it might be just too soon.
Yes,
He is
he
in the
does. Yes,
pits.
the track is dry. The track is dry, and Abhishek is in the pits. Will this prove pivotal in this race? Basil not pitting and Srivatsa not pitting.
He's
One
probably
extra
going to
lap
get
on
a
the
position
Inters.
on Srivats, but the gap was 6 seconds to Baz, and that is where I'm not sure if Abhishek will be
And
able
Jishnu,
to.
Jishnu with all that, he is back into P3, but where will he
Abhishek
come
on the
out?
hards, that's not expected. I thought he will stay out on the
And Jishnu
medium.
almost loses his car and he hits his rear wing.
Yeah,
Oh
that's
my god,
Abhishek.
what?
That's Abhishek in the pits who almost
No,
loses his car.
Jishnu.
Okay, so both of
Jishnu
them
also
lost
loses.
the car.
Yeah,
I was spectating Abhishek.
yeah.
The gap is
18 seconds
30.
from Basil and
Yeah, but
Jishnu.
30 for Abhishek and Baz. So I don't think unless he makes a super effort, Abhishek is going to come out in the lead of the race after Baz and Srivats split. But I think he has a good battle here with Srivats.
Yeah, he will because Shivats is on a dry track. His tires are overheating, and he is going into the most tire eating sector, and he locks up. As I say, he locks up, and he is toasting his tires, and he will pit. Let's see, where is Basil?
Baz
Basil didn't pit.
continues.
Baz didn't pit. Let's look at Shivats. So Shivats continue as well, and Baz sets up the fastest lap. What is happening?
And Jishnu is
And
not
Jishnu
really
lost
catching
time
up.
to, yeah, he lost time to Srivatsa. Was Baz monitoring the gap from him and Jishnu and made a call regarding that?
Yeah, maybe that's what was on his mind. Jishnu all out of sorts through that penultimate corner. He's going to complete this lap and continue on. Is this going to be a fastest lap? No is the answer. Abhishek is now slowly catching up. And the gap that was 30 seconds is 31 seconds now to the leader from
Yeah,
Abhishek.
in all of
And
that.
Abhishek
And
loses
Abhishek
car
loses his
and he
car.
breaks his front wing.
Oh my god.
The track is not ready, guys, for.
It's painful to watch. It's painful to
That is
watch.
so sad. And Smith,
Meanwhile, in all
out
of
of all
that,
that, Smith is in
Smith's
people. He might get a
and
podium out of it once he was
yeah,
pits.
yeah. One Shivat spits and Jishnu's 10 seconds penalty.
Is there a battle somewhere? It is
And Abhishek
Gangster.
is losing his car out of the hairpin again. Is he having some kind of underbody or diffuser damage?
Well, that's something which we won't know because I don't think it is something which is apparent from the commentary box, but
Yeah.
spectating this battle between Gangster and
And
Baz
Basil
gets a
gets a 3 seconds.
penalty.
I guess this penalty will get removed because it was while entering the pits. So drivers might challenge it in the stewards room. So yeah,
Srivas
Shivats
continues
gets
on.
the fastest lap.
Srivas continues on.
Baz is on the
He is
mediums.
not pitting.
Oh my god! And we have another what?
Why is Srivas
That's
not
Jishnu.
pitting?
I guess he looked at Abhishek's time and Jishnu and Abhishek. So and Jishnu sets the fastest lap, 1:32.8. So Jishnu has fired up his tires, and who's that? Oh, that's Sid Venkatesh. That's Sid Venkatesh. And Noble sets the first lap 131.9, and the track is drying up. And Basil pulled out a strategic masterclass. What are we witnessing, Malav?
Yeah, hurts me to say it, but Basil is on his way to take another race win here, unless something. I mean, a safety car now would just be amazing because it will again bunch the gap, bunch the pack up. But you never know
Yeah,
because the last time we had a safety car, the pack was not bunched up. So I
yeah.
don't know how that happened if we had 3 laps and a safety car, and still the midfield was
The
separated from
pack
the top
was.
pack.
Yeah, because they were pitting every time, every chance they were getting. And Nupshan gets the first lap, 130.3.
Here's Raman on the
Times
back of
determinant.
Sepoy, and Raman will get his move. He's up into P6, and there's a Sauber of Gangster following close behind. And let's see,
Yeah.
Shivas, by the way, finally pits.
And she was in the pits. Let's see how this goes for Shivatsu. So we might see Basil and Jishnu or some of the other divers who will get their 3 seconds removed or get it challenged because they got it while they were entering the pits. And Jishnu with the fast of 129.1. Oh my god, these guys are just
The yellow flag.
128.6 and it's green again. I guess it was Deadly Mosquito.
Yeah, so
Wait, where is
Srivats,
Abhishek? Abhishek says P9. Oh my god.
that mistake on the hard tires and losing his not the entire front wing but a part of it, the Mercedes, and now he's into P9 after that pit stop. Srivats has come out in P3. This is going to be a good race result for him. And as things stand, he's
Yeah.
on the faster tire. He might be just within that 3 second window of Jishnu. I mean, Jishnu has a 10 second penalty, mind you. So uh,
Yeah.
I think Srivats
Jishnu will
is,
lose 3 places.
yeah, he'll
Yeah,
lose.
he will lose. He's racing with Noble Carter right now.
Yep, that is true. But as I said, one safety car right now, Srikant, would be absolute chaos, at least in the top five.
I mean, it's Abu Dhabi. It's Abu Dhabi. Safety
Yeah, we
cars.
just need random Williams to lose it in the. And there is a
And
remember
really,
it's
oh
it's
my
the pits,
god.
it's the pits.
And in the
Unfortunately,
pits, in the
it's in the
pits, in the
pits.
pits. Oh my god. 126.2. These guys are just lighting up the timing charts. Please don't do that. Let me keep my record. Don't do it.
What is your
Basil.
race record over here? The lap record over here, Srikant?
One 123 something, I guess. 123. Yeah, 123. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe towards the end of the session, if there's a safety car and people are on softs, maybe then. Because if the qualifying was 122.4, a race lap record of 123 point something might be a bit out of reach. But here we go. Noble Carter on the back of Smith. Noble, of course, has a time penalty. Smith does not. And by the end of the race, Noble might have slightly better tires than Smith. Noble will,
Yeah.
of course, have DRS right now. And on the back straight, on the second back straight, Srikant, the Red Bull might have a
Yeah.
real chance.
I mean, it's the sister teams. I don't think. I mean, in theory, these guys shouldn't fight. Yeah. Let's see.
Yeah, didn't have the best of the turn-ins through the first part of the part of that chicane, Noble, and I think he is going to stay
He
put
will
in
stay
P5.
behind. Yeah. So Noble is improving on his time. The track is improving. So let's see how this goes. So the field is pretty spread apart right now. No one is currently close apart from Shivatsa Jishnu and Smith Noble.
So
So
Srivats,
Shivatsa has caught
remember,
up to.
yeah, remember he was more than 2.5, 3 seconds adrift of Jishnu. He has caught up now. Of course, he has those fresh medium tires to thank for, but passing Jishnu will be not as easy as Srivas might have thought. But
I mean,
keeping
he
Jishnu
doesn't
in,
need to.
yeah, he doesn't need
He
to. But
will.
just as an insurance,
Yeah.
we don't know what happened with the 10 second time penalty, if he's going to get that removed or not.
Yeah.
So it's
He might.
better
He
to,
might get it removed. That's why
yeah,
he didn't serve it.
yeah. So
So
better to,
Noble Carter into the hairpin. He's still and let's see. Noble Carter gets a better exit and he will get the DRS with battery. He will make the overtake stick on Smith's nothing the Racing Bulls can do. I almost said AlphaTauri, but yeah. So it's a pretty
Here
lonely
goes
race
Srivatsa on the
for.
back of Jishnu. It is going to be an easy overtake for the Sauber, and he might do what another driver did. And yes, he does get around the outside of Jishnu. So he's up into P2 now. Now, if Baz makes a mistake and loses 6 seconds, Srivatsa is in for the win.
7 seconds, not 6 seconds, but
Yeah,
yeah.
7 seconds. Uh, can Smith still stay in DRS of Noble here? Because he will
This
get a.
this sector is crucial for this for Smith Shah. So let's see.
Noble seems to be just pulling away here, and he might be out of DRS by the time DRS will start mattering. Smith is going all in, but is losing a couple of crucial tenths each corner to Noble.
Smith just needs to stay with Noble and NSDRS to get the podium because right now, yes, he will get the podium. Smith will get the podium from Jishnu and Noble
Yeah, but if he
with the
loses
10
DRS,
second.
and he has lost DRS,
Yeah.
Smith will not get towed along. He might get a distant tow from the Red Bull, of course, but he will not have that extra helping from.
Slipstream is non-existent on this game, so don't expect anything about Slipstream on this game. So yeah.
Yeah, that solves the slipstream conundrum. But yeah, I think Noble might have just about successfully cleared Smith for this race. We are on lap 26, Srikanth, so that means I don't think we are going to have any more
There are no more
safety
safety
cars.
cars.
So Baz just needs to keep what he's doing and not lose a whole lot of time to Srivats to bank in his race win.
Yeah. That's a commanding drive from Basil, not a wrong footstep. Like every strategy call, every lap, he's driving nicely. He didn't make any mistakes, like his rivals who just spun or made a wrong strategy calls. Brilliant drive from Basil. Yeah, so we have URL Basil, the title contender, in the chat. So, oh my God, Noble, another track extension. What was that, Noble?
Did he get a penalty? I don't.
No, he
Well,
didn't. He didn't
yeah.
get a penalty, but he extended it way too much.
Does he have a
And
three
we have
second right
host.
now?
Yeah, he does. And both the Ferraris come together and they have taken each other out. What did I say?
Wow. Ferrari's gonna Ferrari.
Wow. I mean, I think Nukshan is having some no visual damage, but let's see what happens.
So I think why
Him
Noble
and
is
Voski.
pushing right now is because of the gap, right? If he gets a further 4 tenths gap from Smith, that 3 second time penalty won't really matter.
Yeah, and he will overtake Jishnu as well if he gets another 4 tenths.
Yeah. So it is in his best interest to keep pushing, and if he has one or two warnings up his sleeve, it would be in
Yeah.
his again best interest to use them up.
So in all of that, Srivatsa was 10 seconds. He has caught up
The yellow
to
flag
Basil by two
somewhere,
seconds.
is that a Ferrari yet again?
Yeah, that is a Ferrari. That is Sepoy. Sepoy just spun in the Charles. He didn't spin. He just went off like Charles Leclerc in 2021. He was giving everyone away.
What is he
And Sid
doing?
we in the pits. Sid we in the pits going for the or I guess he is going for the first lap. Sid we don't please. But yeah,
Well, I think he heard you on the comms, Srikanth. If you
yeah,
hadn't
it's
mentioned
okay.
it, maybe your lap time would have been safe. But now there's a real threat. Abhishek's he's off the track and has been overtaken by Raman. Not quite sure what happened there. Got just the end of that incident, and
Overtaken by Raman or did he catch up to Raman? He
mm,
caught up to Raman because he
well,
was behind. He was in P9.
he did
He caught up
catch
to
up to
Raman.
Raman, but then at the same time he was off the track. So I thought there was some incident there. Is he going to go down the inside? He is not, but he is very close to overtaking the Aston Martin.
Yeah. So Abhishek will get Diaz. He will use battery. So will Raman. Abhishek's with that slipstream, non-existent slipstream. What are these guys doing? Abhishek's round the outside. Raman will break lead down the around the outside. Abhishek's will make the move now the inside, and he will make the move stick. Raman loses the position to Abhishek's, but Abhishek's is having a 3 second time penalty, and
He
yeah,
just got that, by the way, the 3 second time penalty while overtaking. So that might be contested as.
and Noble almost loses his car into the final corner.
Yeah,
What
so Noble
have
is
these
just
guys
he
doing?
just needs two tenths, one more tenths, two tenths on the final lap of the race to get
Yeah,
that podium. And if he does that, it's going to be him that we talk with instead of Jishnu. So let's see what kind of tire life he has. Is doing his best to keep the gap under 7 seconds. He's just about managed to do that right
yeah,
now, but there is two-thirds of the lap to go as Baz is well within the second sector now. What a drive! It has been the right strategy call. While it seemed like for a one or two laps that he might have missed out on a short race win, but it has been a commanding drive so far. Srivats is also going to get a very good podium out of it. Very level-headed drive from Srivats, and it is going to be so close. Let's keep following Noble for
yeah.
the rest of this lap because it is going to be very crucial. But what about Baz? He's about to cross the
And we have
line
a
in
yellow
the next
flag.
couple of cars. There's a
Who's
Haas
that?
waiting for
VFX.
him.
VFX
It's,
cutter.
it's
VFX.
VFX.
I guess he's wanting to
Yeah,
get lapped,
and it is
and
Baz
uh,
who takes his third race win of the season. It is going to be Srivats who gets his P2. Noble is still safe by one or two tenths, and as things stand, it is Jishnu who is going to cross the line in P3.
oof.
But Noble, after all that hard work, gets promoted to the
Yeah,
podium.
yeah. He
He
will get
finishes
the
on the bit. It's
P3
a
by
double
two
podium for
tenths.
the Red Bulls. Jishnu, that
Things you
was,
love to see.
yeah. Well, the
Things you
10
love to
second
see.
penalty really hurt him. Don't know if it will be considered Smith. Unexpected P5. What a drive from Smith. What a brave first stint
Smith
on the
was starting last,
intermediates.
I guess.
And yeah,
Yeah,
he
he
was
started
starting
last.
P19 or P18 along with Noob
Yeah,
Chan. But what a drive. Probably the driver of the day. Raman in
and
P6,
yeah,
Abhishek's
Abhishek loses the
P7.
position.
He that stint on the harsh did not really work out. Gangster gets 4 points in P8. Abhishek on what probably is his IRL debut. P9 Sonic Hawk, a quiet race for him, but still gets 1 point for all his troubles. And that is the Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, Srikanth.
Yeah, that was pretty chaotic strategy wise. On track action also with Jishnu and Abhishek's, bottling it, giving their best Lando Norris impression. So yeah.
Well, we can just hope that Lando Norris does exactly that. And a Red Bull winning and the McLaren in P4 would be perfect, absolutely perfect come Sunday. So that is going to be my Christmas wish for 2025. But Srikanth, if you can quickly get Baz, Srivas, and Noble Garter in the
Yeah, I did. I did.
them before we call it a night.
Yeah, I did. Wait, Shivasai is having two IDs. Which one? It's Shivasa. Yeah, done.
It's Srivats 55.
Yeah, yeah, got it. So that was a pretty chaotic Abu Dhabi race
And
and a
Noble
pretty
Gata
good
getting a
one.
podium with four stops is levels. Jishnu gets P4 with one stop.
Yeah, I mean, Jishnu messed up his what we call it 10-second penalty. Otherwise, it was a pretty bold call for him for pitting in the wets for hard tires. So yeah, Milad and Srivatsa.
Hello, gentlemen.
Ni hao Basil, great drive.
Thank
Do you
you.
need me to invite anyone, Srikanth?
No, I invited them, waiting for them to join.
The Noble just put in the chat that Jishnu got the podium. I don't know why he said that unless we are missing something obvious.
I don't know, but
Jishnu got an illegal 10. That might be why.
Yeah, was that when he was trying to like just keep behind you, but mistakenly got ahead of you? Is that it?
I'm not sure. I'm not sure how.
Okay, so brothers, Baz making a habit out of this. 3 wins out of 5 this season. Absolutely hate to see it, but walk us through the race, the quali, and the pit stop decision at the end of that rain period, because it seemed like you had gone on the wrong tire when there were a few hard runners at the first safety car is stop, but of course that turned out to be the right strategy.
Yeah. Firstly, congrats to Noble podium. Let's go, Red Bull. Um, yeah, I sacrificed quality a little bit with a bit of higher wings, so the lap wasn't really representative of what I could have done. Um, but yeah, when we got into the race, everyone was on wets. A couple of us was in inters, so I think on this game the wet tires is kind of useless, which was clearly evident after like 3-4 laps. So yeah, once the inters came into it, I was very comfortable on track. I think I started to every lap was the fastest lap for a while. Um, but yeah, no, it was a lot of fun. And about the pit stop, the track wasn't dry, so there was no need to go into hards, and it clearly showed when Jishnu dropped back like 5-6 seconds at the restart. It wasn't dry, so I waited for the DRS enabled whatever the logo or whatever thing that comes up. Um, yeah, and then from there, just managing my pace, and it was good.
Srikanth, any questions for our race winner?
I mean, Basil, no questions, but that was a pretty faultless drive from you. I can hear myself, but yeah. So congrats on your P1. Do you think you are in the contention for title?
I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. I'll take it one race at a time.
Yeah, fair
No,
enough.
Baz is media trained now. I mean, three wins, and he's suddenly getting tips from other drivers about what to say. But great drive, Baz, and hope that people can give you some sort of fight, because it is a healthy lead you will have at the end of this race for the drivers' championship. Moving on to our P2 driver, which is Srivats in the Sauber. Srivats, can you hear us? And I hope that your audio sharing is on. Srivats?
Yeah, his volume is pretty faint.
Okay, I can't hear him at all.
Malav, increase his volume.
Okay, give me a sec. Also, I can hear my own echo, Srikant. So if you can probably mute your Srivats, barely, or maybe Srikant, you can relay what he's saying, because I can barely hear him.
Yeah, I can hear my voice as well. But yeah, Shrivats, a brilliant drive from you to continue to roll into that P2. Let us through your race. Yeah, Shrivats, one question from my side. What happened between you and Jishnu? Was there a contact into turn two? Oh, so it's okay. As I didn't hear you, Malav, can you hear him?
Nope.
Yeah, so he left.
I
So
forgot
yeah,
to
that was a
message you.
brilliant drive from Shivatsa, and yeah, he has secured P2. Malav, continue on with the interview.
Noble,
Hello.
yes, very gracious of you to offer the podium back to Jishnu, but walk us
So,
through your race as well.
no, I'm actually not sure if I should be here or not because Jishnu got like a unfair penalty, and I thought maybe you should be here. So,
I mean, we'll
but
settle
here
that
I
in the
am.
stewards room. Abu Dhabi
Yeah,
loves a
yeah.
good stewards report, as history tells us. But Noble, walk us through your race in the meanwhile. It was a bit challenging, I presume, in the first stint at least, not used to driving this track in wet conditions. But you were there or
Yes.
thereabouts, and you had a couple of battles as well.
Yeah, I mean, I had a few battles with the core also, but the quali was fine. I got pole, and that lap was good enough for pole. It was solid. And then in the race, it was just I was I was constantly trying to learn how like the core is going to respond to the wet track and all that because we've never done wet on this track, so it was kind of hard to know where the grip is. But yeah, I mean it wasn't that bad. The first stint was solid, and then at the end of it, I started to make a few mistakes, and especially the strategy. It was a big mistake. I should have started on the inters, but yeah, and then I got disconnected from the lobby. I joined back, and then yeah, the pace was good. It wasn't that bad, but I think I should start from like below pole position because every time I get pole, I lose it. But yeah, I'll have to work on it, I guess. It was fun though. The race was fun, but frustrating at the same time.
Well, if frustration gets you a P3 or maybe a P4, then I think it's still all in all a
Yep.
good result for you and
I
as
mean,
well
I
as
hope
the
I don't
team.
get the. Yeah, yeah. Congrats to Basil. He's doing amazing right now. His pace was mad. I was constantly trying to get the fastest lap because we were fighting for the fastest lap every single lap, and I knew that I had to be faster than him in order to catch up to him, but he was just too fast today. I don't know if that's up to like settle or something like that. But I mean, you can't take anything away from his pace. It was amazing.
Yeah, but one word on setup, Noble, before we end this stream. Since you knew the kind of weather this race had, to what extent did you try to load on a wet setup on the car, or because you knew the race is going to end in dry conditions and quali, of course, would be dry, you settled for a dry setup?
Just I just increased two or yeah, just two clicks on the reins, and that was it really. Not much.
Okay, Srikanth, any questions for Noble?
Yeah, Noble, what prompted you to go on hard tires under safety car when it was wet and then again go for inters?
Stupidity. That was it. It
Oh,
was a stupid decision to go on the hards.
okay.
And yeah, I mean, the start it was a mistake to go on the wets, and then after that the hard spots. I only lost one position because of the gap behind was too big. So I mean, it wasn't that bad, but not amazing at the same time. Also,
Yeah. So you guys should win the constructors. I am rooting for you all. So yeah, don't choke it up.
thank you,
Yeah. So GG's Baz and GG's Noble and
GG's.
well driven Shivatsa.
And Srivats as well. Well, that's it from the comms box this weekend. Thank you everyone for joining us, and thank you Srikanth for joining me in the comms box. We will see you next weekend, and it is going to be at the Circuit of the Americas, or Kota as we like to call it, for another race, and hopefully no more special conditions for a while. Caesar getting creative is not always going to be fun. But until then, see you next weekend. Have a good watch of the real life Abu Dhabi season finale, and hopefully, we get a certain Red Bull driver win 5 championships in a row. A perfect result like this: Red Bull P1, McLaren P4, and we are golden. See you guys. Thank you, and good night.
GG's all.